Amstil Smahlin. Welcome, Smahlies. It's your girl, Amstil Smahlin, back with another video here this week, just to talk a little bit and catch up with how the week went, how the week is gonna go, next week's gonna go, and what we have in stores. So I'm here with my crazy hair running wild. You know, all these prenatals are working, man. And of course, my routine. Maybe one day I'll do a video and share a little bit about my routine. I've been natural for over 20 something years. I usually cut it, let it grow, cut it, let it grow. But now this time around, the fam is telling me to let it stay the way it is and just let it run wild and free. I want to give a special shout outs to my friend and her jewelry collection. As you can see, I have these bum ass bullhorn earrings from the collection Bijou Lakai. Shout outs to my girl. You're doing an amazing and awesome job. And in my pictures from my maternity shoot, you can also see other pieces that I wore from her collections. So, what are we talking about this week? Obviously, we're talking about me. I'm not conceited, I'm just saying we're talking about me. So this week, really, it was prepping myself. First of all, I have to say I'm still working full-time. Why did I decide to work full-time? I probably have 3 more weeks left to go with my pregnancy. And I can tell you that it's going by so fast. I'm excited, very excited to see him. Nervous, just a little bit, but I keep telling myself that what goes in must come out. Like the minute, you know, it was my transfer day, I was excited. I did go by myself. I went by myself. I was ready. See what's shining behind me? This is God. This is God's. This is God's plan. This is God. So, first of all, I got there. I had to change into robes. Of course, you know, you have the couples on the side holding hands, excited to get their transfer. And I'm here blasting my music like, come on, let's get this kid in. So I changed into the hospital gown and they called me in. They put an IV. No, did they put an IV in? No, they didn't put an IV in this time. So they didn't put an IV in for me, but they called me in. They took my vitals. I sat down. I had a big smile on my face from here to here. Of course, I took pictures to kind of document, because I love documenting everything. And then I was waiting for myself to be called, knowing that, damn, this thing is going to go inside of me and it's going to grow. And then I'm going to have to deal with labor. So from that point on, I started getting myself ready mentally for the laboring process. So that's why now, where I'm at, I'm like, whatever, it's gonna be 24, 48 hours of suffering, and then I'm holding this little diamond in my arms. I could deal with that, I could rock that. So I sat in a room waiting to be called, and they called me, then I went into the operating room. Of course, the lab technician was there, and I don't know if it was a doctor, I'm not sure, but whoever was going to insert it inside of me was there. And then they also had a nurse. And, you know, I'm a professional by now with this. This leg went up, the other leg went up, wide open. They just inserted a little camera and they were telling you everything. They showed me the fertilized egg. At that point, it was a 5-day blastocyte, because what they do is they put the eggs and the sperm in a petri dish and they just let them fertilize. So how many embryos do they get? They put them aside, they let them grow for 5 days, and they choose the best ones. So that's how I ended up with 8 embryos. After this one that's inside of me now, I have 7 more to go that are frozen. So just think about it. Like, I froze my eggs 3 years ago, right? Then I got the sperm, I believe, who was in the bank for like 2 years. So, and then they thaw my eggs and the sperm and they put them together. Then they let them grow for 5 days. And then they chose the best one and inserted inside of me. And then the others are just there, waiting, chilling in a freezer right now, just in case, you know, I want to go down for a second round. So the doctor showed me the blastocyte and he was like, this is so beautiful. This is so perfect. And I'm looking at a bunch of cells and I'm like, oh, okay, that's going to be my child. No problem. Science. I am telling you, science is amazing. So they inserted in. I didn't feel anything. It was just a little camera that they put in. Like, I could see my uterus. And then they put in the little pipette, you know, like, I don't know, a little tube, very, very thin tube that they aspirated that one embryo, and then they put it in. And then they had me lay down and say, wait, let's go see and make sure that the transfer went in and that it's not still stuck in the tube. And then afterwards, you know, they came back and like, oh, it was successful, congratulations. And now you just have to wait like 2 weeks to find out that if it's a yay or a nay. So then I had to lay down a little bit as they give me a picture of that blastocyte. And I'm just looking at it. And I'm like, man, you done did it. Now you got to think about labor when this baby's coming out. Yes, way. Yes, way. But I did it. So then, you know, I took little videos here and there. I sent it to my family. Everybody was happy. It was like, meet your niece and nephew, your grandchild, blah, 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 blah. Then I was already on hormone injections. I was doing estrogen patches and progesterone oils. Estrogen patches every 2 to 3 days, I believe. And then the progesterone oil every single night. I know I spoke a little bit about it in my previous video, but like I said, okay. Hi. 2, 3, 4, 5. Imagine yourself poking, injecting yourself with this long needle every single night at 10 p.m. My alarm would go off, and I would just have a nervous breakdown.
Hey guys, it's been at least 2 weeks since I started my daily progesterone oil intramuscular injections. And in the beginning it was hard. It was definitely hard. But, you know, I got control of it, and, you know, but tonight I just hit a wall. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Like, I was procrastinating to do it tonight because I feel like I'm running out of sites. Everywhere hurts. It's supposed to be an injection. I am injection, but I've given it so many times to my, you know, ventrogluteal sites, which is like right above my butt. I've given it to my arm, and that was a fail. I've given it to both of my legs, And that hurts the next day where I have to limp. So I've been avoiding those sites in my thighs. The butt side I can't really reach. So I'm kind of limited to my sides, and it hurts. I think this is the part that I'm not sure that I knew that was going to happen. The part that people talk about. I wish I knew, not that I wasn't going to go through this process, but I wish I knew to like prepare myself and to find out even after the transfer of the embryo, I still have to inject myself every night for up to a month. So that means like I probably have another 40 days to go through. And it's hard, but it's all worth it. I just wanted to share that. It's all worth it, but it's hard. It's very hard. But I'll keep on doing them because I'm seeing the big picture. Tomorrow, I'm just going to have to talk to myself again. Like, I usually take this shot at 10 p.m. And I finally took it at 10:30 because I was dreading it. Gotta do it.
So the phone would go off 10 p.m. Well, I would set it up for 10 p.m. So but give myself like by 10:05 to give it, because I got to prep myself. I got to draw the progesterone oil. I got to do my little... Sometimes it was good, like I said, but sometimes it was hard. So usually I would inject myself. If I had help from a nurse or whoever could inject me, I would give it to my arm. And when I did not have help, I would give it to my thigh, I would give it to my side, I would give it to my butt. Like, I would self-inject. That's how crazy I was. Like, that's how much I wanted it, and I wasn't gonna back down. And then, I would get serial blood draws to make sure to see my level. Sometimes, I would get ultrasounds. The doctor will call me, like, do half a cc, go back to 1 cc. And the crazy thing about progesterone oil is that first, you cannot use it. The injection is not in your skin. The injection goes into your muscle. That means like it's deep. That means like the needle's quite long, right? And then the second thing about it is that it's not a liquid. It's very viscous. It's very like gooey. So when you're injecting it, it kind of takes a while because you got to push force, you exert force, and then take your time to push it in. That's another thing. But, throughout the time, I spent 12 weeks, well, about 13 weeks of injection. Why? Because think about it. You're inserting a foreign body into yourself, and your body wasn't ready for that. It's not like you had intercourse and then all this cascade of hormones started happening. You artificially making it happen. So all this time that I was injecting myself is keeping my hormone levels up, my pregnancy hormone levels up, so that, I don't lose the fetus up until the placenta kicked in and took over. So I remember the day when, after 2 weeks of the transfer of the egg, they told you, they warned, they were like, do not take a pregnancy test because it might be a false positive. Wait until you get the blood test done. We'll call you and we'll let you know what it is. Oh my God. I was so scared. I was like, because this thing costs money. Whether you have insurance or not, certain insurances, like, they don't cover everything. And I had to pay a big chunk out of my pocket. So this was a leap of faith. And I was like, okay, if it doesn't happen, what am I doing next? I don't know. So, but I had faith, you know, and I knew that it had to work. There's no ifs and buts. It's going to work. So when I got the phone call, I was at my aunt's house, and she was the first one to find out. I put it on the speaker, and they're like, congratulations, you're pregnant. And I'm like, oh my God. Ran upstairs to my sister's house. My mom was there. My sister was there. And they just started, like, celebrating with me, you know? Like, oh my God, she's pregnant. She's really...
Congratulations.
Yes! I knew it! She's pregnant. Yes! You're a cousin! Girl, I don't want it. I want it to be a girl. I don't want it. You can keep it if it's a boy.
Mommy, you're overreacting. No, she's not.
So yeah, everybody was excited. You're having a baby. We're having a baby. Oh my God, we're having a baby. But like I told you, for about up to 13 weeks, I was fighting to keep that fetus inside of me with hormones. And then when I finally stopped, oh my God. I was like, yes, I won, you know? But like I said, what goes in must comes out. So I'm here waiting another maybe 3 to 4 weeks. I don't know, depending on what he wants to do. In the meantime, prepping for him and mentally getting ready. No, I have not packed my hospital bag yet. A lot of people keep asking me. I'm a procrastinator and I don't know what to put in it. I'm the type of person, like, I'm traveling the day of, like, maybe if my flight's at 6 a.m. in the morning, I wake up at 3 a.m. and then just dump whatever in there. So I'll probably do the same thing because I'm traveling for a day and a half for like 2 days or whatever. But yeah, I need to start packing, all jokes aside. But I'm still working, I'm still active, you know, working full time because it keeps me going. And of course, they say the more you work, the sooner and quicker and better labor that you have. So that's what I'll keep doing. What else am I doing? I'm just enjoying the last moments of it, feeling his kicks. Like today, he kicked my butt a lot, but I'm just feeling the kicks, feeling the love. I had friends visit me today, and you know, sometimes it feels like when you're pregnant, it's all about the kid. Everybody, you know, wants to know about the kid, and you know, like, of course they're gonna ask you how you're feeling, how are things going, but you know, it also feels good when you're not forgotten. Like, it's not all about the kid. Like, I have 2 amazing friends who came to see me today, knowing that they wanted to see the belly and things like that, but not knowing that they were gonna surprise me with a little mini spa. They gave me a facial, a foot facial with a mask, foot rub, candles. So they really made me feel special. And it feels great. Yeah.
You need some hydration because this baby's taking all the liquid from you. I'm telling you, like, there we go. Yep. Yes.
Right here.
So, you see what you're doing to me? Thank you. I should have a baby every year.
There you go. Yes.
Hey, boo-boo. Trust me, I'm smiling underneath this.
Oh my God. Good.
This was about time. This kid took over my skin. I had beautiful skin.
I know. Ou te kon pou pran ti soin pou bien, oui? That's
that-
pregnancy.
Pregnancy, yeah. So I was like, you know what? There's nothing I can do for it to stop because it's all hormonal.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting until
Yeah.
I'm done, and then I will attack. I'm gonna get gym set up.
Exactly.
I have all my products ready to go. Oh my God. So that's something that I'm definitely going to keep in mind for all my friends who are, you know, going through pregnancy or who will go through pregnancy, and I'm going to have to be there for them, just to think like it's not all about the baby. It's also about the mother. Not only when, you know, they're pregnant, but after postpartum as well. Like, you come and see the mother, you come and see the baby. Yes, you're happy to see the baby, but don't forget about the mother. Like, they're still important. Like, I'm still important. Like, it's not all about him. I'm just kidding. You know, I know it's gonna be about him, but yeah, like, especially with mental health and, you know, postpartum depression and things like that, just make sure your peoples who go through pregnancy and their postpartum, that you give them all the support and the love and the attention that they also need, not only to the baby. So I think that's all I had for you guys today. The theme of this video was what goes in must come out. So if you put yourself in situations, just know that you got to come out of it somehow. It might hurt, it might not hurt. In my case, it's gonna hurt like hell. But I don't care because I'm strong enough to deal with it. And there's, you know, there's gold at the end of the rainbow. There's something special coming along, you know. But in the meantime, I can't wait to evict this little bad boy. Not because I want to, but because I'm dying to see his face and see what he's gonna look like, a little human being. So, all right, guys, thank you for sticking around. This was a special little video this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, 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 like I always tell you, like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share. You're gonna share with your friends, you're gonna share with your family members, you're gonna share with strangers. I don't really care, as long as you share it anyway, because you know what? This information might be important for somebody else, or it might touch somebody else. This might seem boring to you, but guess what? The person you share with who's going through something, they might get a little bit of light from my videos. All right, so like I said, I'll be back next week. I don't know what next week is gonna promise, if, you know, I'm going to be in the hospital, or I'm still gonna look as fabulous right now with a little belly bump. So I'll keep you posted. I'll see you next week. Thank you for coming. I love you all. Don't forget, share my video, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll stay friends forever. All right? Bye.
I'm still smiling.